Well, you know, the planetary boundaries is nothing absolute. What scientists have done is that they have tried to define how we should live in order not to cause particular problems in certain areas. It's like when you have quite limited petrol in your car, you can still continue to drive until the end. But you should be much more careful if you have little petrol than when you have a lot of petrol. And it's the same here. Water, for instance. We have crossed now the freshwater barrier, meaning that in many regions there is an increasing risk that more and more people will find themselves under water stress. That is to say, they will not have enough water for their needs. And agriculture will be affected, industry will be affected, everybody will be affected. But it's nothing absolute. It's not a change from one day to the other. It's rather a creeping process. Mm-hmm. It's like when you deal with natural disasters. If you log a forest, you will not recognize the risk of flooding until there is a heavy rain. Then you see all of a sudden that the fact that there is no forest any longer will affect you very badly. So I would see the planetary boundaries as some kind of a risk indicator. And it's the same with climate. Scientists have defined that increasing volumes of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will lead to a more and more unstable climate. But again, it's not something that happens from one day to the other. It's moving step by step. So that's why I think planetary boundaries is nothing that people will respond to automatically when they hear that, oh, we have transgressed one. It's much more a process, and it's a warning. Mm-hmm. And the hope is that if we have transgressed, for instance, the water barrier, that by being more careful, by using water more efficiently, we could take a step back and be okay. So either we continue to increase the risk or we reduce the risk. That's really the logic of the planetary boundaries. Now they look, of course, different. Mm-hmm. Chemical pollution, for instance, if you have reached a certain level of toxification in the environment, it's very, very difficult to clean it up, because some of the contaminants are very difficult to address once they are in nature, and they are toxic over a long period of times. So each and every planetary boundary has its own characteristics, but I think you should see them as risk indicators. Mm-hmm. And to stay on the safe side. Johan Rockström, which is one of the founders of this, he's talking about creating a safe space for humanity. And that's a space where you don't transgress, where you keep within the boundaries.